So
हमको रेफरेंस ऐसा और वो ऑब्जेक्ट देता है।
ऑटो वायर्ड का मैंने एक बार एक्सप्लेन किया था। ऑटो वायर्ड क्या करता है मालूम? ऑटो वायर्ड क्या करता है? व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ यूजिंग ऑटो वायर्ड annotation? So auto wired, it injects the dependency. So dependency injection, like the law of Mansoor, how many ways can we do it? Approaches? Yes.
टू
Which all the two ways have you studied so far? Constructor dependency injection and setter dependency injection, correct? The third way is auto wired. The third way is what?
यस सर।
So auto wired means directly you will fetch the object and the IOC container will inject that object for you. Okay, so the IOC container will fetch the object from your bean, from your config bean.xml, and will directly inject that object for you. Okay, so let's take a stereotype example of a car and engine. Okay, so what will you associate with what class? What contains? So car will have, let's say, integer model number and string model name, and along, and an engine will also, let's say, have engine number, and let's say you can have integer horsepower. Okay, how much power the engine is, horsepower, and maybe you can also do engine type also, what type of engine it is. So engine number, engine horsepower, and also if you want you can take the cost also, but not needed. Okay, so now I want to inject this engine over here as a association. So what will I have? Engine. Yes or no? So how can I inject this engine in this car class? So I can go and make a bean by the name car, correct?
यस सर।
So we can have id c1 and then the class. So the class will have the fully qualified name of the car class. And now if I am injecting it through the constructor, so I will have a constructor of the car class and blah blah blah, and I will also inject the engine. So here I will have a reference type, constructor args, right? So in this I will have constructor arg, okay, and what will be the reference? So first I will create a engine class bean also, right? id equals to e1 and class equals to blah 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 engine, and then using this reference I'll put it over here. So I am doing which dependency injection in this case?
कंस्ट्रक्टर
Constructor. Okay, second was what? Using setter, right?
सेट फ्रॉम
Name equals to, what is the name? And reference equals to, right?
यस
Now I will not use these two techniques. Now directly I will auto wire. Directly what I will do? So I will create a bean for engine, and directly I will auto wire that bean to the class. See how it is done, I'll show you. So first let's create these classes first. Okay, so this, let's create a new application for that. Okay, my first auto wire. Okay, and now in the project, what do? Make a new package. What? Form dot enumtech dot model new package form dot model dot application. Okay, and now in your src you go and make a new folder by the name resources. Okay, now in your app, what will we do? Make a new class driver application that will have the main method. And now in the model class we will make two classes. So first let me make the engine class. Okay, and what all things do I need to put in the engine? What have we decided? Yes, integer engine number. Next what? Integer how much horsepower is that engine, and private string engine type. So what type of engine it is? So I'll be injecting this via this engine I will prepare with the help of the setter dependency injection. So what will I use? Generate getter setters, select all and generate. Okay, this is done. Now go to this, create one more new class, car class. And what all attributes does the car class have? Private integer model number, private string model name. Okay, along with that it will have an engine also, correct?
Yes.
And I will make this also using setter dependency injection. So what will I do? Select all. And now here if I want to put a display function which displays me the attributes of the car, display car. Okay, so what I'll do is sys out. Now if I want to display the model number and model name directly, I can do it over here straight away, because I can use this over here, model number and model name. But if I want to display the engine specifications, then how will I display that? Then how will I display the engine specification? This dot yes, this dot engine dot get engine number. Right, setter is to assign. We are reading now. Getter. So engine number dot get engine type and get engine Where is the power? Engine number. Okay. What was that? Get horsepower. Okay. Engine number, engine type, and get horsepower. This much is done. Now let's create a beam. So now when we are doing auto wiring now, I will be using the library which I have just sent you all on the Teams chat. Okay. So use those libraries. So I go to my application, go to build path, configure build path, and now when I go to add external jars, I click over here and I will be using these jars. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. This. So this is what I have sent. I have sent you all this folder. I have sent you all this folder. So extract this folder. Okay. And you'll get the Spring 5 jars. Go in Spring 5 jars. Go in the Spring framework 2.9, 2.5.9 release. Go to libs and take all this. So do a control A and open. So all these jars will be imported, apply and close. So use these jars because we will be using auto wiring. Now once this is done, let's go and prepare our bean also. So I go to new and I make a what file. What do you want to name the bean as? No? Give any name. So as we are giving always, let's say my bean. Now over here, no. What is the first line? So let's use some existing bean. Let's use the bean over here. So we have this right doc type and all that. So here what we will do is when we are creating this now. So we go over here, my bean. Did I not save it as XML file? Yeah, it's saved no. I haven't given any root tag, that's why it is not taking. Okay, so this is a bean stack open and bean stack closes, right? Because we have an X put on an XML file, so it's not showing an X. I did not save it as a. It is showing okay. I did not save it as a XML file, so let me delete this. Okay. Go here, right click, new, file, and what am I saving it as? My bean.x. Okay. Now to this file, when you will create the bean tag initially, I'll send you all something. Use that. So try to use this DTD when you're dealing with auto wiring. Okay. So I've made the bean stack. This is the start of the bean stack. Then just made a context config, and now close the bean stack. Okay. Now make your beans over here. So which is the first bean which you are going to create? Engine, right? So give E1. For which class is this for? What is the fully qualified name? Com dot enumtech dot model dot engine. Okay. And how will we you are injecting the engine via what? Properties, right? What was the first name? Any guesses? What was the first part in the? It had three properties. So the first property was engine number. Okay, give engine number whatever you want to give. Let's say engine number 111, horsepower. Okay, let's say 100 horsepower. And engine type, let's say DTSI engine. Okay, so my first bean is created. And now what will we create a bean for? Car, right? So it's a car 1, which is the class. Okay, instead of ID you can give name also. Okay, name and ID are more or less the same thing. But yeah, but we are comfortable with ID, so we are sticking to ID. So made one more bean. What all attribute does the bean class have? The car class have? Model number. Let's say whatever. Model number is an integer. Okay. Model number is 7, and model name is Audi Q3. Let's say Audi Q3. Okay. Now when I go to my driver app, okay, let me copy this. Not this only. This much is sufficient. So when I go to my driver app, I will make a bean of what? Car 1, correct? And it will be typecast to car and car, right? Yes, I don't want this. So, and with the car I will call which function? Display car. Now if I run the code right now, it will show me null pointer exception because I have not injected the engine in the car, correct? So now if I want to inject the engine in the car, I will just say Autowired. I will just say what? Auto and import it. Okay, that's all I need to do. What happened over here? Error token engine, delete this token. Why? Just we have to use the auto wired, and it will, okay, at the rate auto wired. Always give the annotation as, always prefix the annotation with what? At the rate auto wired. Okay, now automatically it will go and check there are how many eligible beans for engine. How many eligible beans for engine do I have?
1, sir.
It will inject this bean automatically over here. The IOC container will create an object of this bean, and wherever it is auto wired, I will get this detail. So when I display the engine dot engine number, what will be the output? What will be the output? 111. When I say, and when I display over here engine dot, when I display over here engine dot horsepower, what will be the output of this line?
100, sir.
100. Okay. So now let's try to run this code and see how it runs. Okay, I should have expanded the console. Got it? Yes, guys. So from there it is auto. Yes.
बट इसमें डिफरेंट क्या है सर, हम लोग ऑटो वायर लिख रहे और लोग एक्स्ट्रा जार ऐड कर रहे हैं Java
बस तो ये टेक्निक हो गया ना अलग से, डिपेंडेंसी इंजेक्शन के अलग अलग ऑप्शन एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं हम लोग। तो अभी अगर
हम लोग यहाँ पे वैसे भी गेटर सेटर तो यूज कर ही रहे हैं ना,
तो गेटर सेटर यूज कर रहे हैं, पर हम लोग यहाँ पर थोड़ी कुछ रेफरेंस या कुछ वो दे रहे, ऑटो वायर कैंडिडेट दे रहे। हम लोग पहले क्या दे रहे थे, ये कार क्लास के अंदर या तो आप रेफरेंस दे रहे थे, राइट, या तो आप ये रेफरेंस दे रहे थे यहाँ पर,
का काम है वो थोड़ा बच गया था।
यहाँ पर हम उन रेफरेंस दे रहे थे, यहाँ पर हम क्या दे रहे थे, इंजन, और फिर यहाँ पर हम रेफरेंस दे रहे थे पहले, है ना, जो भी अपना E1 ऊपर से है, E1 है क्या उसका नाम, तो या उन पहले ये अपन अभी ये भी नहीं दे रहे, करेक्ट। फिर दूसरे बार अपने जैसा कि हमने अपना जैसा ऑटो वायर है ना, ऑटो वायर अपना ये टैग, तो फिर वो क्या कर रहा था, जितने एलिजिबल कैंडिडेट्स है उनको फेच कर रहा था। ऑटो वायर बाय व्हाट, बाय टाइप, है ना,
यस सर,
वो भी नहीं दे रहे हम लोग।
हाँ,
तो अभी तीसरा तरीका क्या है, हम डायरेक्ट ऑटो वायर कर सकते हैं, और अगर इसमें मल्टीपल बीन्स भी रहे, अब ये E1 बीन था, राइट, अब सर अगर ऐसे मल्टीपल इंजन रहे हमारे पास, लेट्स से हमारे पास E2 इंजन भी है, तो वो उसका 222 है और उसका हॉर्स पावर 200 है, और वो भारत स्टेज 6 इंजन है। अब मुझे ये वाला इंजन को लिंक करना है मेरे इससे, मेरे कार से मुझे ये वाला इंजन को अभी लिंक करना है, तो उसके लिए क्वालिफायर एनोटेशन, कौन सा एनोटेशन है,
क्वालिफायर,
तो @ क्वालिफायर, और कौन सा इंजन चाहिए आपको,
E2,
तो वो यहाँ दे देने का डबल कोट्स, तो वो उसको लिंक कर लेगा। तो अभी क्या आएगा, 222 भारत स्टेज 6 और 200, है ना, हाँ क्या ना,
यस सर,
तो वैसे हम लोग कर सकते,
यानी हमको
आया कि नहीं,
को बात यानी कि हमको बीन के कॉन्फ़िगरेशन बार-बार चेंज
करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो ऑटो वायरिंग सबसे ज्यादा यूज होता है। तो जब भी आपको कभी भी कोई एसोसिएशन हो, आपको कभी भी कोई एसोसिएशन हो, तो आपको सिर्फ बोलना है मुझे उसको ऑब्जेक्ट लाके इस रेफरेंस से लिंक कर दो, बाकी फिर मैं अपने कंस्ट्रक्टर में मैं कुछ यूज करने वाला नहीं, ठीक है। मैं इसके सेटर्स भी निकाल सकता हूं, देखो इसके सेटर्स की भी जरूरत नहीं है मुझे, गेटर्स की जरूरत क्यों है, फेच करने के लिए, वो भी वहां के गेटर्स ना, तो यहाँ तो मुझे सेटर, यहाँ तो मुझे दोनों की भी जरूरत नहीं है, ना गेट इंजन ना सेट इंजन, समझ में आ रहा है। तो ना मैंने तो ना मैंने इससे किया, ना सेटर से कर रहा हूं, कंस्ट्रक्टर तो बनाया नहीं, पहले से कंस्ट्रक्टर बनाया नहीं, ठीक है। तो फिर ये ऑब्जेक्ट कहां से आ रहा है, तो ये ऑटो वायर हो रहा है ऑब्जेक्ट, तो अब इसको रन करेंगे, इट विल स्टिल रन परफेक्टली फाइन। गॉट इट। और क्वालिफायर से हम लोग जो चाहे वो बीन उठा सकते हैं क्वालिफायर से, और ये एनोटेशंस का ऑर्डर मैटर नहीं करता, एनोटेशंस का ऑर्डर मैटर नहीं करता है, एनोटेशन कैन बी गिवन इन एनी ऑर्डर, एनोटेशन का ऑर्डर इज इररेलेवेंट, ओके। इवन इफ यू डू योर स्प्रिंग बूट, नो, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट, तो एनोटेशंस का ऑर्डर कभी मैटर नहीं करता, कोई भी ऑर्डर में एनोटेशन दे सकते हैं हम लोग, समझा।
सर मुझे ये पूछना, अभी आपने बोला कि गेटर था, अगर हम कंस्ट्रक्टर भी यूज कर रहे हैं तभी भी हमको गेटर लगता है, क्योंकि गेटर वैल्यू फेच करता है वो स्पेसिफिक।
हाँ, गेटर का काम तो सिर्फ डिस्प्ले करने के लिए ना, वो तो आपकी लॉजिक के ऊपर है, प्राइवेट डेटा है, प्राइवेट डेटा को आपको कहीं और रीड करना है, इसके लिए